Hello, dear friends. Power means having more strength than something or being able to overcome it. Divine means very excellent. Opinion piece. Divine power. Labor pains. Unavoidable chaos. The power of light. Red October begins. The end of evil times. Confusion and turmoil. Preparation for the truths. The revolution has started. Chaos in the next 3 weeks. Spain, Europe's economic engine. Could we see something by mid-October? The course of history will change our lives. General Flynn talks about the next 37 days. Let's start. Divine power implies the idea of a transcendental authority that influences and controls both the natural world and human events. It can manifest itself through direct intervention in human affairs and is related to universal forces of laws that transcend human experience. Every country in the world is experiencing some degree of confusion and upheaval. Evolution is hot on the heels of an astronomical revolution, so chaos is unavoidable, as is the emergence of truths, according to Matthew through his mother Susan Ward. These are the end of times of evil. The time for deception, cruelty, war, oppression, and everything else based on darkness is over. There are too many variables for us to know when truths and great changes in the world economic system will begin to manifest, as whether there will be power and communications blackouts, but the ever intensifying upheaval in the energy field of Earth's potential means that time is not far off. If there is a shutdown, it will be for our protection. The fortunes of the weak, the influence of the media, the scattered segments of power, and the number of minions are rapidly diminishing. They cannot stop the power of light and its energy streamers with low intention accessories, and cannot enter the frequency of the energy plane that Earth is heading towards. All the dark can do is continue to try to create fear as the violence and destruction they set in motion continues on its course. And with that, a long era of darkness on the planet will come to an end. You have been waiting to see decisive action, and it is on the way. Continue to focus on love, peace, and harmony, and know that the ever increasing frequency is strengthening all divinely intended initiatives. There will be no third world party, despite of all efforts to create global mayhem. National leaders in the Middle East know that war is not their goal and want no part of it. This is an extraordinary time in the history of the planet, but we are feeling the rapidity of time passing and the physical effects of the conflicting frequencies. The forces of light are winning the battle against the dark forces, and the coming changes will make Earth's future bright. The world is awash with deception, misperceptions, and assumptions. Truth and clarification are sorely needed. You don't have a soul, you are a soul. You have a body so that you can experience life in a physical world, but you are not that body. You are the heart and mind fibers that work within you. It works within you. You are an energy being of love and light, a unique, independent, inviolable, and powerful eternal soul, and your inseparable connection to everything else is energetic. You are never responsible for what another person does. The dark side wants to eliminate Donald Trump, whom they cannot control, and is determined to shut down his activities. This failure suggests that Trump and his double may be divinely protected. The electorate thinks in terms of polls, endorsements, fundraising figures, and vote counts, but it is the intensity of the light that strengthens all legitimate action that will have the greatest impact on the election. Red October. According to Lorenzo C. of CGI, Red October is already here. US ports are closed due to a wage strike. In reality, it is linked to the financial system. Notes from Judy Bington. Red October is coming in full swing. Things will speed up and we should have a very important month. We will be going through changes at all levels of society. Nothing will be left untouched. October marks the beginning of the downfall of the cabal. What follows will be the dawn of a new world, where the shadows will not last long. Reports from insiders suggest we could see something by mid-October. We will see chaos in the next 3 weeks. We need moral fiber and a connection to the Creator. We will be guided during this time. We need direct divine intervention. The only certainty is that we will be able to see a new world. The truth is that God will win. Don't worry. Stay out of trouble. And if you have to, get on your knees and pray. God is in control. General Flynn is preparing people for what will happen in the next 37 days or so. He says, in quotes, we are in a period where we are going to see an enormous level of desperation in the next 37 days. What we think we have already experienced in the last 8 years, what we are about to experience in the next few weeks or months. I think it's not going to blow people's mind. I think we are going to see things we haven't experienced. We are in a war right now. It is an intellectual, physical, emotional, and spiritual war. The world is changing, lies are falling apart, and the truth is setting us free. The old world is crumbling, and the new and happy world of freedom, abundance, and peace is being born. People need to trust each other. We are up against a dark and soulless group of people. They have a dark heart. We must remain vigilant and seek strength within ourselves. We need our God. Our earth is about to go through the birth of pangs of a new era. We are beginning to wake up and realize our true power and destiny. This revolution has begun. We are living through the final chapter of the old world. The signs are appearing in full view of all who dare to see beyond the media. Zimbabwe's new gold-backed currency officially enters circulation. The gold-backed Chinese yuan replaces the dollar to determine the price of oil on the forex market. A shift to decentralized financial systems will allow individuals more direct control over their finances, cutting out middlemen like banks. I never said all banks are bad, or that should or that we should avoid them. I have always said Basel III is the way forward. We must remain vigilant because bad actors will try to destroy us. They have controlled the financial system for hundreds of years, and now they are losing everything. Like any mafia, they are becoming very dangerous. The course of history will change our lives forever. Not everything will be rosy for everyone at the start, but everything will balance out and corrections will be felt where they have been needed for decades. Hurricane Helen was the first indication, as it appeared just days after the UN declared its pact for the future. How much how much have they allocated for the victims of Hurricane Helen? I had a million or something like that. Trump just donated $25 million of his own money to the victims of Hurricane Helene. In their Pact for the Future, the world champions implemented digital IDs, handed unchecked power to the three-letter organization, and drew up a plan for total control through Bitcoin, a digital currency and tokens that only they can control. We will never be the same after this. Nothing will be. We deserve to live in a world where we are not focused solely on subsistence, a low-frequency way of life that fits the very system we want to escape from. We are entering a new stage of our lives. This moment in history marks the official start of the changes we so longed for and needed. We are at the door, ready to step into that future with the confidence that everything will work out in our favor, both in the short and long term. These changes will be welcomed by all those who have long been looking for a new way of doing things. The final phase of satellite testing is about to conclude. Satellites recently launched under the guise of commercial projects have been equipped with technology that goes far beyond civilian knowledge. This will allow the bypassing of conventional internet censorship and the sending of EBS messages directly to all digital screens and shelling. Camouflaged mobile broadcast units are positioned around the world to ensure coverage even in isolated regions. No one will escape revelation. In the shadows, the masterminds behind this global effort remain unknown to all but the most intimate circles. Their identity is protected, but their mission is clear: dismantle the cabal's power structure and usher in a new era for humankind. As the activation date approaches, key agents are relocating to undisclosed localization to protect the operation from potential retaliation. These individuals are the last line of defense to ensure that the EBS activations is carried out flawlessly. The QFS quantum financial system is now operational, directly challenging the old infrastructure. The rainbow currency backed by gold, silver, and platinum is already in circulation in select areas. Every movement of money is being tracked and followed. It's not just about eliminating corruption, but ensuring that people's wealth can never be spin-out off again. In the corporate world, the dominoes are falling rapidly. In the past 2 months alone, we have seen unprecedented resignations of high-profile CEOs. Experts report that secret allegations are being revealed, and many leaders are being given ultimatums of resignation or arrest. Middle East. Iran attacks Israel with over 200 ballistic missiles. Nearly 1 million forcibly displaced in Lebanon after a week of war. The forces of light call on as many human beings as possible to meditate for peace in the Middle East. Economy. The stock market falls and oil rises by 5% due to the Middle East conflict. Gold and bonds are activated as a financial refuge. Electoral volatility is an opportunity for value according to an expert. Bitcoin falls back to the $60,000 level as tensions rise. According to Investopedia, the American dream now costs $4.4 million. According to Bob Kutler, the economy is in a recession and the central bank will fight back because it will lose control. USA. The US will deploy thousands of more troops to the Middle East. Historic court ruling on fluoride. Coalition mobilizes 25,000 troops to stop election interference. Real Raw News claims Zelensky, who met Trump, was a body double. Elon Musk thinks only Trump can save the world from a nightmare. UN official admits the organization is scared of a second Trump term, according to Jim Hoft at the Gateway Pundit. Claudia Sheinbaum sworn in as Mexico's first female president. Europe. Ireland scraps new hate speech laws. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange told the Council of Europe on Tuesday that he is free because he pleaded guilty of having done journalism. The Euribor will have its sixth fall in September and will be below 3%. Spain. Yellow alert for rain of up to 15 liters in Galicia, Asturias, and the Basque Country, and Navarre. The arrival of irregular immigrants to the Canary Islands has skyrocketed with 4,050 in the last 15 days. More than 30,000 immigrants have arrived in the Canary Islands irregularly in 2024, double that of the same period in 2023. Spaniards are once again paying VAT, when buying basic products such as milk or olive oil. Households spend 7 years of salary and 36% of their income on paying for a house. Home purchases grow by 11% and achieve the highest number of transactions in 2 years. Brussels demands a plan for Spain to eliminate the regulated electricity tariff. Spanish industry breaks the mold amid European weakness. Data consolidated Spain in 2024 as the economic engine of the Eurozone. A rocket or a bluff? The OECD raises the government's own forecasts and predicts the growth of 2.8% for this year, the highest in the Eurozone. Tourism is the key. Inflation falls to its lowest level in 3.5 years, but the purchasing power of wages is diminishing compared to the price of food, and problems in accessing housing are increasing. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.